to have you in the first session with me.
Me too. I'm happy to find somebody professional like you.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure and my honor. We didn't get to talk before through voice phone calls, so I would like to know about you, Mr. Mahmoud. So, what do you work? Where do you live? Tell me about
Okay. Okay. My name is Mahmoud Sulaiman. I'm engineer.
yourself.
Uh, I'm from Egypt, and now I'm working in Saudi Arabia.
Hmm. So you are now in Saudi Arabia. You don't live in Egypt.
Saudi Arabia, right? I think you know Al Qasim district.
Uh-huh. I hear about it. It's so famous.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's a famous of dates.
Hmm. So,
Maybe 5 million palm dates.
wow, 5 million palm trees. Mm.
Yes,
So
in
how
one
long?
district.
So how long have you been there, Mr. Mahmoud?
Now 3 years.
3 years. Mm. So are you enjoying it? Do you feel that Saudi Arabia is much better than Egypt?
I think each country is better than Egypt now.
Why? Why do you think that?
Hmm?
Why do you think each country is better than Egypt? What's not so good about
From,
it?
from from many aspects, from many point of view,
Mhm.
financial aspect, social aspect, parenting aspect.
Mm.
Oh, I can. The list is so long. I can count.
It's never ending list.
Never ending list, right? Never ending.
So why are you having this
Think
goal, Mr. Mahmoud,
I
to,
think
yeah,
many items will be added later.
yeah, we can talk about this. We have like so many hours together, and we're going to get into some of the details of that, of course.
Right.
But before this, I would like to know, Mr. Mahmoud, why did you want to take this course in English?
I think that you know everybody like to improve himself at many fields, at many aspects.
Mhm.
So I'm looking for improve my language.
Do you think English will help you and support you in your job?
Sure, at
Mhm.
everything.
Mhm.
I'm working at import and export.
Mhm.
So in this field, English speaking well is very urgent.
Because you deal with foreigners, you deal with
Yeah,
people from maybe America,
yeah,
from England,
yeah.
and you communicate
Almost
directly with
almost from China, but sometimes
China.
from another nation.
Oh,
I think
Chinese.
that you know everything coming from China.
Yeah, I was about to say Chinese people are so successful. They're very smart and intelligent.
Yeah. I have been in China around the 1 year and a half.
Wow, year and a half?
Yeah,
Mhm. You stayed there for a year and a half, or
yeah, yeah. Stay there.
so tell me about it. How is it? How is it crowded? Right, like the pictures and the videos.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, so, especially in Beijing, in the capital of
Yeah,
China,
I know.
you can't do anything. As example, if you ride in the subway, the metro,
Mhm.
sometimes you can't get out from the metro in your station.
You're
Maybe after
stuck.
2 or 3 stations, you can get out.
Mm.
So there in China, especially in Beijing subway stations, there is many volunteers people standing out besides the subway doors. They uh, they push people from inside to outside.
Mm.
They wearing
Yeah, they
custom
are wearing.
custom uniform. Okay, for
Okay,
volunteers. Can
they,
anybody make volunteers for something like that?
yeah, yeah. Would you mind, Mr. Mahmoud, if I correct you on the spot if there is a mistake in
Sure,
grammar?
sure.
Of course.
That's my pleasure, and I'm here to do this with you.
Amazing. So they are wearing, or they were wearing. You cannot say they wearing. You have to
They
use
what?
am or is or are. So they are wearing, or they were wearing. If you're talking about the
They
past,
are wearing, right? Yes, they are wearing. I'm sorry.
okay. So, but I heard before, Mr. Mahmoud, that in China they have crowdedness. Cars are like in everywhere, but they are so organized, not like Egypt. I saw a picture that like hundreds of cars are stuck together, but you have like a limit. You have like a space between every in
Yeah,
each
yeah,
car.
yeah. You are right. They are so organized people at everything, even in their homes.
Mm.
Everything organized, everything in the right place. They are like machines, like robots.
Mhm. You know what amazes me, Mr. Mahmoud, is that they always tell us here in Egypt, you guys have so many children. Stop giving birth to children.
Uh,
And in China,
uh,
they have 1.5 billion persons, I think. The population is more than 1.5 billion. And
yeah,
they are so successful. They didn't complain. They didn't say we
yeah,
have.
yeah. You are right. So right. Uh, you know there, um, but I think it's not the problem.
Mm,
There is a law in China.
mhm,
You can't get more than one child.
mhm. Until now, they didn't change it.
Only one child you can get. Okay,
Mhm.
in
I heard.
some big cities,
Mhm.
if you get more, you have to punish from this city to another city, like suburban cities or something like this.
So you have to be moved out of this.
And yeah, and after that, you have to pay 100,000 RMB
Mhm.
for the
Okay,
government for the
you,
second child.
for the second. But I heard that they stopped this law. That wasn't in the
This
past.
what?
I think they stopped this law. They had this law before, and they
This
stopped.
law, in China, something like America.
Mm.
Some district has its rules.
It's federal.
Yeah,
It's a federal country. Mhm. Okay,
federal country, right?
you said they have to be punished out of the district to move out of, or to get
Uh,
out of.
wait a moment.
Of course, take your time.
Okay, my friend Omar.
Of course, of course.
Again, please.
I was saying, you said, Mr. Mahmoud, uh,
Okay,
we are punished,
okay.
okay, out of the district. You can say they are moved out, or they have to
Moved
move
out.
out, or they have to get
Right.
out.
Get
Okay.
out. Right.
Mhm.
Right. Right.
You also said that they have to pay an amount of money. This amount of money is called a fine.
Fine. Fine or fin?
Fine.
Fine. Fine. Okay.
Mhm. To pay a fine,
Okay.
to pay.
Because before I think I read or I heard from somebody, it's fin. Fin.
Yeah. No, no. Fin must be
Fine.
like this, but fine, fine.
Okay.
It's like when you
Okay.
say, "How are you doing, Mr. Mahmoud?" You say, "Fine." The same spelling, and the same pronunciation. You spell both of the words exactly like each other. I'm doing fine. It's like you
Okay.
have to pay a fine. Both have the
Okay.
same pronunciation, then they are spelled in the same way.
That means I'm fine and I pay a fine, right?
Yes, that means that. Yeah,
Okay.
amazing. So that's really a new piece of information for me. That China is not like a one law governs all the country,
Yeah.
but they are
Yeah.
governed by different laws. This is like
Yeah.
according to the district.
Border districts also has its rules.
Mm. So maybe
because
like Tibet.
because border districts, some of them Some of them near of Russia, okay,
Uh-huh.
and some of them near from Korea.
Uh-huh. Korea, yeah.
Yeah, Korea.
Mhm.
So
So,
border districts is different.
mhm. So I think Tibet is a border district, right?
Yeah, right.
Mhm. And Turkestan, Eastern Turkestan.
Turkestan, I don't know.
Uh,
Maybe.
yeah, I heard that the Eastern Turkestan was an independent country and
Okay.
was occupied by the Soviet Union until
Uh-huh.
1949. Then China took over it and is still controlling it until now.
Uh-huh. Also, Hong Kong is the same.
Hmm. But I think Hong Kong, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Mahmoud, it's sort of like an independent country, like, right? It has nothing.
They said that. Okay,
Oh, it's not the truth.
but also Chinese people said the opposite. So from China to Hong Kong, I have been Hong Kong also.
Hmm.
From China to Hong Kong, you can't go without the visa.
Oh, you have to have a visa.
You can go to by bus, you can go to by boat, no problem. By train.
Mhm. Okay, what is the number one product that China is so good at?
It's a hard question.
A lot, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. So many
But
things.
but I think now mobile accessories. I think
Mm. So,
and also I think that
mhm,
uh, big companies like Apple, like Samsung, many of them manufacture
mhm,
manufacture their phones in China in a big
mm,
city. It's a famous city of mobile.
mm.
Its name is uh, Shenzhen. Shenzhen.
Shenzhen?
Yeah. You can find all companies there. You can find Apple, okay?
Mhm.
Apple company and Apple factories. You can find Microsoft. You can find Samsung.
I think they have these companies over there overseas to have offshore companies in these countries because of low wages and low salaries, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. And very inhumane treatment of employees and workers, I think. They treat them in a very bad way. Like 14 and 15 hours of work, they don't have barely any rest, they don't rest. I
Yeah.
think there was a report done
But
by.
the Chinese people like to do that.
Mm,
They like to work hard.
mm. Do they really like it, Mr. Mahmoud, or it's because of necessity? Because if they don't do that, they're not going to be able to live, and
No, no,
they not cannot support their
no.
family.
Not about necessity. They like to work.
Mm,
Sometimes you find many people, rich people, but working all the time. Also, also we sometimes we bring some people from China to here to Saudi Arabia.
mhm,
They can't sitting in the hotels.
mm,
Maybe from the first minutes, the first minute they came to Saudi Arabia,
mhm.
they they asking where is location, where
Ah,
is the place we can work.
wow. So they are hungry for work all the time.
Yeah, hunger for.
Okay, but
They hate holidays, vacancies, and so on.
vacations, you mean vacations, right, Mr. Mahmoud? Vacations.
Vacations, huh? Vacations.
Mhm. Vacations
Okay,
equals holidays.
vacations.
Mhm. Okay, amazing. So that's very nice. So do you have any kids, Mr. Mahmoud?
Yes, I have. I have 4 kids.
MashaAllah. May Allah protect all of them.
Alhamdulillah, thank Allah.
Mhm.
Two daughters, two sons.
Mhm. How old are they?
The oldest one is Nuran, 12 years old.
Mhm.
The eldest one is Mustafa, 3 years old.
Mhm.
Eldest, right? Eldest?
Yes, yes, the eldest, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. You can say the eldest or the oldest.
The oldest means the more years
Yeah,
old.
if
The
he's really
eldest
old.
means the less years old.
Yeah, if you have him like he's really old, like he's more than 50 years old,
Okay.
yeah, you say this. But,
Uh,
but because you're comparing here between the ages, it's a comparison between.
okay.
He is the eldest child. But if you have a comparison between two, you can say he's the elder. You can say the elderly. Like when you say that the oldest people in your country, called the elders.
Uh-huh.
The elders.
The
50,
elders
70.
means the most old one, or
Yes,
means what?
the
Okay.
oldest.
So how can I would say uh, my oldest son, okay, and the last son, the last one. How can I say something
The
like
youngest.
the youngest?
Mhm. And by the way, if you want to say the elders, when you talk about people who are very old, there is another word that is formal. It's not informal. That's called senior, like
Senior.
senior citizen. Yeah, seniors. You can say seniors in my neighborhood.
Okay.
It's a more polite word. It's a
Senior.
polite. Yeah, it's better than saying the old
It's
people.
common. It's common on working, not on age.
No, it's also used with age. When you say
Okay.
yes, even when you hear some of the speeches given by presidents in America, they say
Okay.
our senior citizens.
Hmm.
Senior, that means they are the oldest ones. It's a polite thing.
Yeah. Polite
There's a,
style.
there's a word um, called euphemism.
Euphemism.
Yeah, euphemism. That means you say
Mhm.
a word because it is more polite. It's like when you say instead of said he died,
Okay.
it's not so polite to say this when I don't know the person. So I can say he passed away.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay?
Euphemism.
Yes.
Right?
Euphemism.
Euphemism. Euphemism.
Euphemism.
Euphemism. It means polite style.
Yeah, it's the polite word that you use and instead of hurting others' feelings, or instead
Mm.
of saying um, a word that is so direct.
Right.
Okay, like
Something
like filthy.
um, like instead of if you said he is a bad man, you can say he is not a good man. Right?
Yeah, you can say this, or maybe instead of saying filthy, filthy is a very strong word.
Mm.
Unclean.
Filthy.
You say unclean, not filthy. If you say this man is filthy or he's becoming
Hmm.
really filthy, that's not good.
Yeah. Filthy. It just means dirty.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's more than dirty. It's like
Oh.
you see somebody who's homeless, uh,
Hmm.
that he's a beggar with clothes on him that are very dirty. It's filthy.
Okay.
It's like when you a word that can be offensive. You know, offensive words. A word that is offensive that may offend somebody can make him feel attacked.
Uh, offensive.
Yes, a bad
Offensive
word
or offensive.
that can make a person feel attacked.
Okay.
Like when you say Negro, you know that in
I know nigga.
yeah,
Or
in
black.
America. In America, they called black people Negro. In the past, they used to say Negro, and in the future, they stopped saying it because Negro is a bad word now. You can say black people.
Yeah.
And
Right.
what is even better than black people? People of color.
Mm.
So if a person wants to say,
It's used now. People of color.
yes, people of color, it's the most polite word.
Uh-huh.
Black people, it's not bad, not good. It's in the middle. Negro, if you say it in front of a
Okay.
black man, it's offensive. But among black people themselves, they can use it. A black person
Yeah.
can say it to a black person.
And also, I saw American people with with between of us. They
Mhm.
can
Among
they can
us. You can say
yeah,
among us. Because
yeah,
between, it's between two people. Among, between, it's like when you have more than two.
among, right.
So you wanted to say, I'm sorry that I interrupted you, Mr. Mahmoud. People among
No,
you?
no, no.
Uh-huh.
I think it's a good way.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's a more polite way. Because there are some people in America, they are called
Mm.
white supremacists. Supreme,
Super. Uh-huh.
supremacy. To be supreme, that means to be so big. Supreme. When you go to a restaurant, Mr. Mahmoud, and you
Yeah,
ask for a big sandwich, you
yeah,
say, I want a supreme, super supreme,
right,
like
right.
pizza, super supreme.
Yeah.
Okay? So,
Means supreme is bigger than super.
yeah, he thinks like he's better than other people. White
Okay.
people, they think they are much better, they're stronger, they're smarter,
Uh-huh.
they have the rights of the land.
Mm.
Like Donald Trump is a white supremacist because
White supremacist.
yes,
Supremacist.
he thinks
Supremacist means
he feels to feel that your color is
mm.
better.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay.
White supremacist. It's
Uh-huh.
so
Super white,
yeah.
right?
It's
Not normal white. It's super white.
yeah. A white person
Super
who
su,
thinks
super supermist.
supremacist. Yes,
Su-
supremacist.
su-
You know,
Supremacist.
Mr. Mahmoud,
Supremacist.
uh,
Yeah.
before World War II, Hitler was
Okay.
he had this idea that the Aryan people are better than other people. The Aryans, those are called the Aryans, are
Okay.
people who are German.
Okay.
So,
With yellow.
yes, yellow hair,
Yellow. Yeah.
blue eyes,
Yellow skin and so
yes, pale skin.
pale.
hmm So
What's
he
pale
thought
means?
pale, that means, how can I say it in English?
Mm.
It's so white that you feel it's like going to be like yellow. So
Yeah.
white.
Right. Like Trump.
Yeah, exactly. So he thought that the Aryans are much better than other races,
Mm.
and other races must be exterminated. Must be,
Races.
yes, races.
Which races means?
A race means a kind of people, like white
Okay.
people, black people. You
Mm.
can say Asians, like Japanese,
Ah.
Chinese,
Mm.
Indians. They are a race.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Race. Race, huh?
Yes, a race, that means kind of people,
Okay.
type of people.
And the plural is races.
Yes. And
Yeah, adding S only,
yeah,
right?
yes,
Uh,
only S, only S. A
mm,
person who thinks that my race is better than the races of others, he's a racist.
yeah, I know, racist.
If I think
Uh-huh.
my race is better, of course, Mr. Mahmoud, I want to, it's noteworthy to say that I'm going to give you this file after we finish, inshallah,
Okay,
this lecture, to look at
great.
the words. Don't worry, don't write anything. Don't
No
bother
problem.
yourself with the details. That's why I asked you in the WhatsApp, sorry, in the messenger to have your
No.
WhatsApp send you the files, inshallah.
Okay.
Okay, so we were talking about why did we reach to this point of racism? Because we were talking about euphemism,
Yeah.
elders and
Yeah.
oldest people, uh,
Senior.
and senior. And of course, as you said, Mr. Mahmoud, senior is used in work too. At
Yeah.
work, you use senior also.
Senior and junior.
Okay, amazing. By the way, Mr. Mahmoud, how have you heard about me?
I found somebody write a comment. Okay, and then this comment write your page, and also he mentioned to your name. So I clicked on your name, and I have opened your Facebook account.
Mhm,
After that, I sent a message to you.
mhm. That's really a pleasure for me.
It's a good way for advertising. Recommendations by others, especially
Yeah,
in it's a decent method of advertising.
yeah. It's called word of mouth, by the way.
Yeah, word of mouth, WOM.
Mhm. But mashallah, your English is good, by the way, Mr. Mahmoud. Have you taken any courses before?
Yes, I take the two courses
Hmm. Can I ask with who?
with American people.
American people. Why,
Yeah.
okay, why didn't you continue with them? You lost contact with them?
No, I moved from this location.
Oh, so it was face to face. It wasn't online.
Yeah, face to face.
Mhm. So this is the first experience with online teaching.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. Okay, we're gonna go to a
because,
file
because,
now.
because I because I know and I heard and also I learned from them. If you have to learn any language, yeah, you have to find 2 points.
Mm,
Number one, native speaker.
mhm,
Number two, face to face, emotional operation.
mm,
If any points of them missing, you
mm,
can't learn well.
mhm. You can, if any point of them is missing.
Is missing, right?
Mhm.
Is missing. Sorry.
Yeah, they are correct. And I
Yeah,
think that practice makes perfect.
yeah,
You know
sure.
what I'm saying?
Sure, learning from mistakes is better than learning from anything else.
Yeah, yeah.
From our mistakes, we can learn.
If we don't make mistakes, then that means we are not even trying.
Yeah,
And they say that you lose all the shots that you don't take.
yeah.
If you
The
like,
mistakes learning us
mhm.
is learning us.
Yeah. And some people they say like I don't call my failures failures. I call them mistakes. So and lessons to learn from.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
sure, sure. Uh, all the time I said to my kids, to my children,
Mhm.
uh, you can earn or learn.
Mm. You cannot have both of them.
Because all people said you can learn or lose, earn or lose,
Mm.
but I think it's wrong. We can earn or learn.
Yeah, you can earn or learn. Mhm. So that means that you have a choice between them, Mr. Mahmoud. This is what you meant. I only can
between,
earn and I only
between
can
what?
between earning and learning.
Yeah.
I have to choose one of them.
You mean earn or learn?
Yeah,
Earn, of course, earn.
yeah.
Anybody like earn,
Mhm. You know what you're saying, Mr.
but
Mahmoud?
sometimes you have to learn to earn,
Mm. Mhm.
and I think all the time, not sometimes. I
Mhm.
think. before you have to learn. Sometimes you have to learn a small lesson and not not expensive lesson. Sometimes you have to learn by expensive lesson and so.
Mm. And maybe in order to learn, you have to earn to pay for your learning
Yes, sure.
experience. Yeah, I really like that. So we're gonna go to a file now, Mr. Mahmoud.
Okay.
And I believe that it now appeared on your screen.
Yeah. Welcome, Mr. Mahmoud. First session.
Yeah. So
You're welcome, Mr. Omar.
thank you. May you read this, please, Mr. Mahmoud?
Okay. The quote of the day: life is 10% what happens to you, and 90% how you react to it.
Okay. So
Charles Swindoll.
the quote of the day: life is
Okay.
10% what happens to you, and 90% how you react to it. It's called
Right.
life, by the way. Life.
It's called life, right?
Life. It's F.
Life.
Yes.
Life.
There's a difference between life
Life.
and live and live.
And live.
Like freedom.
Right. Yes.
Like it is
A
a
beautiful
beautiful
life.
life. Life. Okay.
Great.
It is a live program. A live program. Live
Right.
program, that means it's on air, right?
Streaming program. Right.
Okay. Or
Okay.
I live
Okay.
in Cairo.
Great.
So this is life, live,
Live and
live.
live. Yes.
Again, what's this?
Live, live, live. Live,
Okay.
and the final one is live.
Amazing.
Live. Okay.
It's life,
Live, live, live.
Okay, what about this?
Leave.
Leaf.
Yeah.
Leaf. And these are
Leaves.
leaves. Okay. Okay, so he's saying in this quote, do you know what's a quote, Mr. Mahmoud?
Yeah, I know.
Amazing.
Quote means in a common sentence.
Very good. It's a saying, very famous saying, said by a famous person.
A very famous say, right? S-A-Y.
No. Saying.
Saying. Okay.
Saying equals quote. And if this saying is so old from the past, it's called a proverb.
Proverb.
Mhm.
Proverb.
Yeah, proverb, that means an old, wise saying.
Proverb, it's the same of idiom or different?
No, it's different. An
Okay.
idiom, it's an expression that you cannot understand from the words.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to give you some examples. Let's imagine this scenario in the beginning of the session. We had an introduction. Then I told you, Mr. Mahmoud, let's cut to the chase. Did you understand anything from it? What does it mean? Let's cut to the chase.
From the words I can't understand, but from the meaning or as an idiom, it means let's organize something like this.
Okay,
Let's
close. Very close.
Yeah.
Let's cut to the chase. If you try to translate or understand every word individually, you're not going to understand anything. Let's cut. That's what? Chase.
Right.
That's an idiom. Why? Because the word, if you try to understand them, they don't make any sense. But if you go to the past and try to know why this saying was said in first place, now you're going to know it's an idiom. I'm going to tell you a short story about this, Mr. Mahmoud. In the past, they used to have movies that were silent, without any speeches. No speaking, no voicing, except maybe the voice, like just the movement of the actors and actresses. And in the beginning, these movies were so boring. Okay,
Okay.
they didn't
Okay.
have action. So the directors, they wanted to get the attention of people.
Okay.
So that's why they started the movies by a chase between the robber maybe and a policeman, the bad guy and the good guy. They go and run after each
Cheese
other.
cheese means how can I say? Two sides or two parties.
Chase, you mean chase?
Uh-huh.
Chase, when if I go after somebody, I want to catch him, that means
Okay.
I'm chasing him.
Yeah.
Or a
Yeah.
car chase,
Okay.
also called. If
Okay.
I'm driving my car, the policeman wants to get to the robber. Or to,
Great. I got it.
so, okay, so they wanted to start the movies by a chase, a car chasing another one, or a person chasing another one. So
Great.
if a person is watching the movie and there is no action in the beginning, they say, let's cut to the chase, just to stop this boring stuff and get to the action. Now, this idiom is used when we start something and we don't get to the main point.
Yeah.
So you tell me, Mr. Omar or Omar, just cut to the chase. What do you want?
Go to the main point.
Yes, go to the main point. Exactly.
Yeah. In Egypt, something like that, الزيتونة.
Yes, yes, that's right.
Yeah.
There is another way of saying zatuna, nitty gritty.
Nitty gritty. It's also idiom.
It's also an idiom, the nitty gritty. That means the very detail of something without talking about introductions. Nitty gritty.
What a moment, Mr. Omar.
Of course.
السلام عليكم. الصباح درسنا وجاب المهندس أحمد بعد الأول. وقال لهم خلاص اطلعوا مع محمود وشوفوا عين المواقع. مش كله ولا ايه ولا المسمار اشيلهم فيه طبعا هم لسه ما عملوا محضر استئناف. انا منتظر خالد هو الحين دول المجموعة ربنا بيطلع كده. منتظر خالد والله من العصر منتظر مش هقول يعني ما دول يعني قال انا بخرج معك بعد العصر وخلاص اطلع معاه اي واحد اطلع معايا اي واحد قال انا ما اطلع اي واحد بس
هو كده الموضوع مع خالد كلمه وقال له اطلع مع محمود شوفوا الشبكه والصوره وعمل المحضر او لو في شيء ناقص والمجموعه يعني يعتبر هما الكساره وكان جميل جدا خلاص الاسبوع موجود ثاني وبعد ممكن عشان برضه شيء يقولوا يجي لنا مقابل من بكره ايوه انا قعدت عنه في المكتب لغايه بعدين معلش انا خططت مش فاضي خلينا نمشي بعد العصر بعد العصر انا كنت عايز امشي دلوقتي النهارده بس ما فيش ما قعدتش مش بالي المهم اليوم وليد لو يوم تحديد هو كتبنا الحديثة بس الحين هو وصف التسويق
السلام عليكم مستر عمر.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
So sorry for interruption.
No problem at all. No problem.
Okay.
So we were talking about, let's cut to the chase.
Yes, let's go to point.
Go to the point. Okay. So do you agree with this quote?
Sure.
So tell me about it. Why do you agree?
Exactly. I believe in this quote. But I think it's not Charles Swindon.
Really?
I think. I'm not sure.
We can check.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, I'm going to correct it. I think he's here.
Okay.
Charles Swindon. I don't know him. I know the.
Me too. But before I read this quote, but by another author.
By the way, Mr. Mahmoud, sometimes some of the quotes are said by different people.
Sure.
Because they say they almost the same meaning.
Like Ibrahim al-Fiqi.
Yeah.
Now everybody make any put any words and finally wrote Ibrahim al-Fiqi.
Because he's trustworthy. Because people.
You can write anything, and also on the comics on Facebook, some people write
jokes.
Write jokes and finally wrote Steve Jobs.
Yeah, and sometimes I once saw one of the quotes. They said like somebody, Abraham Lincoln, I think. He said that most of the quotes you find in the internet are not said by its people, and the signature was by Abraham Lincoln.
Also, there is one that Steve Jobs said, "I swear, Egyptian people, there is no iPhone with two SIM cards."
Because Egyptian people, they believe they will find an iPhone with two SIM cards.
Because Egyptian people advertising, the magic. You can find iPhone with two SIM card by 300 Egyptian pounds.
How?
And
How
and
is
the,
it possible?
and then the surprise, if you buy now, you will get one etc.
Wow.
That means two iPhone by 300
How is it
Egyptian.
possible? And can people
Hmm?
believe this? How is it possible that people believe that?
Some people believe,
Wow. By the way, it's called extra, not etc. Extra,
etc. Right?
extra, extra,
Etc.
ext, ext,
Ex,
extra.
etc.
Don't make a space between them. Extra,
Okay.
extra, extra.
Etc. Etc.
It's like spectra.
Spectrum. Okay.
Right, spectrum. Correct, you got it. Extra.
Extra.
Good, very nice.
Before I heard it from American speaker. Extra. Extra. Right?
No, extra.
Extra.
It's called extra. You can hear it together.
Okay.
This is one of the best dictionaries.
Okay.
American.
Very good. Yeah, sure.
I think it's not working. I think what you mean is another word.
Okay.
I think you mean this. I think it's written.
It's true.
You mean this, right?
It's true, right?
This is etc. This is etc. But extra is another word. Etc. That when you write it like this.
It's etc. Yeah.
Like,
Etc.
yes,
Etc. Right?
Yes, this is etc. But this
But but I'm sure it's etc. Because he pronounced it, but you know American people don't uh, don't confirm on T.
Mhm.
He said
But
extra, extra.
okay, look at that, Mr. Mahmoud. Extra.
extra,
Okay,
extra, extra,
extra, extra,
extra,
extra. Okay, extra, extra,
extra,
Look, they don't have a space between the letters. Extra, extra.
extra,
extra,
extra, extra,
Again, extra.
extra,
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 Very good. Extra.
extra,
extra, extra.
But close. Extra.
Okay.
Very good. Okay, so let's go to the second. This is conversation time, and the question is very deep topic. Should university education be free? Okay,
Okay.
so it must be without any money, or we should pay money for universities. Will you read this, please, Mr. Mahmoud?
Okay. Over recent years, more and more people have been attending university, and arguments have persisted as to whether students should pay for this privilege.
Privilege.
Privilege not.
Uh,
Although there are
privilege or not? Yes, there's or here.
although there are convincing arguments on both sides.
Although,
Although,
yes.
although, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Although there are convincing arguments on both sides. Convincing, right?
Yes, convincing.
Okay. strongly,
Yes.
okay. I strongly believe that it should be free.
Okay.
Over recent years, more and more people have been attending university and arguments have persisted as to whether students should pay for this privilege
Or not.
or not. Huh?
Mhm.
Although,
Although.
although there are convincing arguments on both sides, I strongly believe that it should be free.
Okay. So what is he saying in this, Mr. Mahmoud?
Over recent years, it's okay. More and more people have been attending university, and arguments have persisted as to whether students should pay. That means nowadays,
Yes.
okay, many people have an opinion
Mm-hmm.
that people go to university have to pay,
Mm-hmm.
right?
He's saying here there are arguments.
Okay,
Over recent years, the last years, only the last years, more and more people, they're attending university, and arguments, that means different opinions. Arguments here, it can have two meanings. If we have an argument, it can mean that we're fighting. Like if a husband and wife having an argument, that means they're having a fight.
okay.
Okay? You do this, no, you do that. I was wrong, you were right. This is an argument. Or
Like debate.
yes, this is the second meaning. Debate is the second meaning. But the first meaning that I made an example of, that's a fight. I blame.
Fight about his opinion.
Yes, like I blame the other person. I say that you're wrong, I'm right. But arguments in general, they are intellectual, by the mind, they are mental. Arguments, when you make a debate, as you said, Mr. Mahmoud, like here, the meaning of arguments here, different opinion.
Great.
Have persisted, that means continued. To persist, that means to continue. Like, okay, a problem persisted, that means a problem continued.
Means still
Yes.
found.
Continued and didn't stop. Nothing stopped. So he's saying that arguments continue to come to the world as to whether students should pay for this privilege or not. Should students pay for universities or not? Privilege means honor. If I say
honor of the university, or means honor of what?
Yes. If I say I have the privilege to be with you, Mr. Mahmoud, that means I have the honor. Okay, and also here.
That means I have a. How is that?
Sorry again.
I have to privilege it to you.
No. I have the privilege. That means I have the honor. I'm honored.
I have honor.
Yes.
OWNER. Honor. Okay.
Shut up.
Okay. Great.
Yes. So privilege here means honor. Okay. So
it's pronounced privilege.
It is pronounced privilege.
Huh?
It is pronounced privilege.
Privilege.
You can say, by the way, I'm privileged.
That means I'm honored.
Yes, I'm honored.
Honored.
I'm privileged to be, like if a speaker, sometimes they do this. If a speaker is in a lecture and thinks that he had an opportunity, very good opportunity to talk in front of the audience, so he says, I am privileged to be here and talk to you about the topic of so-and-so.
Great.
So you can use it as a verb.
Okay, I'm privileged equal I'm honor.
Honor, and also means preference. Like if you say, white people are privileged over black people. That means, in this context, that means they are prepared. They have a special treatment, special treatment.
Preference means a special treatment.
Yes. So privilege has two meanings: honor and preference. Like if you say white privilege, that means white people are treated in a different way from black people.
Okay.
If you say, so, like if a person is in Saudi Arabia or in a Gulf country, like Egyptian, so there is a privilege for people of the Gulf. Because if there is an opportunity between an Egyptian guy and a person from Saudi Arabia, from Kuwait,
Yeah, right.
man from Bahrain, he has a better opportunity. So he has more privilege.
Right.
You also can use it in other contexts, like you can say, my kids are privileged because they live in a foreign country, or they are privileged because they have education.
My kids are privileged. Means
Yes.
preference.
They have something better than other people. To use your preference, that means
Means talented.
others.
Means talented, right?
Not exactly.
Okay.
To have a better treatment, to have better life, have better opportunities.
Okay.
So if in Egypt there is a privilege for policemen, right? For judges,
army.
yes, this is a privilege because
judges.
yes. So privilege can have a negative way of preference or making people treated better than others, or it can be positive. When I say there's a privilege for me to go and attend this lecture or to go to this college, this is something good. But if I say it's a privilege for white people to work in this place, that means it's racism.
Yeah.
Okay. So he is having the argument that the author,
It's something like featured.
Like what, Mr. Mahmoud?
Like featured.
Featured.
Features.
Yes.
Featured. Okay.
Yes. So they are having the arguments.
Okay.
That should the students pay for this privilege, which means the education? Should we pay for it or not? Okay. So the writer is saying although means even if.
Although.
Yes, even if.
Okay.
Even if, despite.
Okay, despite, right.
There are convincing arguments. What's the meaning of convincing?
Convincing, I think it mean assist.
Okay, assist, you mean? To help? Okay, when I try to convince you, Mr. Mahmoud, that means let's give you. I'll give you an example.
Convince means suitable, right?
No, you mean convenience.
Convenience, okay, right.
Like if I say it is for your own convenience,
okay,
that you use, let's say, the tools we gave you.
Right.
It's
for your own convenience.
Yeah, it's gonna make your life easier. Convenience.
Okay.
Okay. So
that's convenience means ease the thing, right?
Yes, to be at ease. Yes.
Okay.
And that's why when you write an email, you say sorry for the
inconvenience.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Sorry if I bothered you. Sorry that I made your day not very easy. Inconvenience in emails.
That means sorry for inconvenience means sorry for that your day is hard.
Yeah, sorry for bothering you. for
Okay.
annoying you.
Okay.
Use them in emails.
Great.
Okay, so convincing, if I say convince is different. Convince, let's say you are working in a place
Okay.
and you have an idea
Great.
and you have to make the managers agree with you.
Okay.
So what you do is that you go and try to convince them.
Like persuade.
Persuade, exactly.
Okay.
It's exactly the same meaning.
Great.
So convincing arguments, that means arguments that can make you convinced.
Right.
They make you,
There are persuading arguments on both sides.
yes.
That means both sides, all of them like to be on the right side.
Yes, they have, like they think their arguments is correct.
Great.
Okay.
Win the argument.
Yeah, yeah. To go to the university with fees or without fees.
Great.
Okay. He's saying, I strongly believe that it should be free.
Sure. I agree.
Oh. Why? Why, Mr. Mahmoud, do you think that?
Because I think knowledge it must to be free.
Hmm.
I like to be a hacker. Hacker, cracker, no problem. But I like to get knowledge for free. It's okay.
I do the same way.
So I like Google so much.
By the way, I do the same thing, Mr. Mahmoud, and I feel that I want to read so many books and I cannot buy them because they're so expensive. So that's why I do that.
You mean you like to be knowledge to be fees, not free, right?
No, I want it to be free
Okay.
because I sometimes.
But sometimes my friend Amr, it's a problem to somebody like you
Oh yeah.
because you can collect materials and be tired and finally you made a curriculum, something like this, and you surprised that somebody get them and uploaded on the internet.
That's not very nice, by the way. But I will tell you something, Mr. Mahmoud, about me. I don't think it's a problem for me if anybody took my material.
Okay.
I forgive him, and I think that it's good for anyone to go and benefit from it. And plus, my knowledge is not only restricted or limited with the material,
Sure.
it's also the way of delivering the material,
Methodology.
the methodology, the way that I talk, the way that I use the vocab. The material is
Method and curriculum, it's okay. You can find it everywhere.
yes,
But methodology, you can't find it.
no, and that's why you know that anybody who wants to write a story, some people they're afraid. If I want to write a story or let's say a scenario or a movie,
Okay.
they're afraid that what if somebody stole it?
Uh-huh.
So one of the most famous authors, he said, "Don't be afraid, don't be scared." Why? Because if anyone wants to make a movie and he finds the script, he's gonna call you. Why? Because you're the best one who understands it. If anybody else doesn't understand what he wants to say,
There is also an Islamic story about something like this.
yeah, please tell me.
How can I see? Umar ibn al-Khattab. Okay. He heard about a very strong sword. He heard many stories about this sword, and this sword can do everything, and his owner kill many people by this sword and so. So when Umar ibn Khattab went to this city, he asked for the sword. Okay, the sword brought to him, and he tried to cut something, but he found it's not as strong like as he heard before.
Mm.
So he said to the sword's owner, it's not as strong as I heard before. The owner said, I give you the sword, but I didn't give you the arm who's hold the sword.
Yes, I like that.
That is it.
Yes, yes. So many people, they misunderstand this. You know,
Yeah.
Mr. Mahmoud, there's another story. It reminded me of another one.
Uh,
There was a ship, and this ship stopped in the middle of the sea. So they had a problem with the engine
okay.
in the ship. So an engineer told them, I can fix it.
Great.
So he went to it and tried to just knock 3 knocks like this, tick, 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 on the
Okay.
engine. And just whoop, in a second, the engine worked. So they said, you really helped us, you rescued us. We want to give you something as a prize. So tell us, how much does it cost?
Great.
We told them,
The
okay,
cost of the shocks.
yeah, oh yeah, of fixing the engine by knocking
Okay.
on the engine. So he told them, oh, not that much, just 1,000. So they told him,
Oh.
1,000, that's a lot. You just knock. He told them, well, the 3 knocks equal 3 pounds. But
Great.
how I knock equals the other 997.
It's a great story.
I think you know that, Mr. Ho, because you're an engineer. No?
Sure.
What's your specialty exactly, Mr. Ho?
Mechanical engineering.
Oh, mashallah, mashallah. Amazing. Okay, what is this, Mr. Ho?
Conversation time. One argument put forward in favor of charging students is that education is becoming more expensive to fund as universities grow in size. Consequently, making students pay may maintain standards and ensure the quality of the teaching. It is the opposite of the previous one, right?
Yes, one argument put forward, that means laid out, argument set, in favor of. What's the meaning in favor of?
In favor of charging.
If something is in favor of something else, that means it's supporting it.
It's what? Supporting. In favor, it means supporting.
Yes. The argument supports.
Favor itself, it means when somebody make a good thing to you, that means you have to
pay back.
Pay back, right?
Yeah, that's right. But here,
but in favor of, it means supporting.
Exactly. So this argument is in favor of charging students. What's the meaning of charging students?
Charging means they have to pay.
They have to pay. Okay. Is that education
right or wrong?
Yeah, right. That's right.
Okay.
To charge. That's why when you go to a restaurant, they tell you the minimum charge is so and so. Okay. Education is becoming more expensive to fund.
Yeah.
What does fund mean?
To fund means to find means to find source of money.
Yes, to finance.
Yeah.
To finance.
Finance, right.
Grow in size. Consequently, what does it mean? What does it mean?
Consequence means step by step, means go and go.
Okay.
Maybe continuous, right? It's the same.
Very close. When you say consequences, what's the meaning of consequences?
Consequences, step follows a step, and so.
Mm-hmm. The consequences of something, that means when I do an action, when I take an action, there will be results, right?
Okay.
So there will be consequences of what I do. So if I go and let's say work hard, wake up in the morning, try my best, the consequences are going to be very positive. If I waste my
That means
time and
that means consequence means results.
yes, consequences, عواقب, consequences.
Grow in size consequently means what?
Now
Grow in size.
that means no, this is the end of the sentence. There is a dot here.
Ah, great.
So consequently, that means
Okay.
based on that, as a result of that,
Okay.
making
It's not adverb, right? It's not adverb. It's a word.
no. It means it's as they say, connectives.
Okay.
It's a connective that connects between two sentences.
Because I think
Right.
almost words ending by ly, it will become
Most of them.
adverb,
Yeah, most of them.
like slowly, like rapidly, and so.
Yeah, most of them. But here it's not, because an adverb describes an adjective and describes a verb, and
Right.
here it doesn't describe anyone.
Yes. There is no verb there.
Yeah. So
Okay.
an adverb can describe a verb, like I walk slowly,
Right.
I talk fluently.
Yeah.
And also an adverb can describe an adjective.
Oh,
It
how
is
is that? I know that adverb describes a verb.
yes, and also describes an adjective. That
Oh.
you can say this article was beautifully written. Beautifully.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So what else? Adverb
That's right, beautiful.
again.
That means right, beautifully.
Yes, it's written in a beautiful way. Yeah.
Okay.
So making students pay
Okay.
may maintain standards. What does that mean? Maintain standards.
I think maintain the standards means save the rules, save the good results
Amazing.
from the education process and so.
Because maintain means to keep
Yeah.
something, to keep, protect. Okay, and ensure the quality of the teaching. Okay, that's enough for the reading. Let's go for phonetics.
Okay.
May you read this, please?
Life is what happens to us while we are making other plans.
So
Life is what happens to us while we are making other plans.
okay, life is what happens to us. Happens.
Happen. Yeah.
To us
Happen.
while we are making other plans.
Okay. Plan.
We are taking the ha,
Uh-huh.
la.
Happens. Plans. Okay.
Like here.
Uh-huh.
Add.
Add. Can. Ban. Trap. Plan. Last or last?
Last.
Last. Okay.
Lost is British. It's not American.
Last. That means American people pronounce a letter a.
American people, they say what?
Pronounce a letter
Like yes, last.
a. Okay. Not a.
No.
La, a.
Sometimes
Not last,
it can be
but last.
like if you say
Last. Palm. Okay.
it's palm, not Pam.
Palm.
Palm.
Okay.
Calm.
But almost words pronounce a letter a.
Yes, like flat, last.
Last. Okay. Scrap. Staff. Staff, not staff.
No, staff.
Staff.
Stuff means things.
Okay.
Staff has two meanings.
Okay.
the workers,
Okay.
the same department,
Great.
and it can mean also a stick. They call the stick of Prophet Musa the staff.
A stick of what?
Prophet Musa,
Ah.
the staff.
Okay.
Yes.
Steak.
Stick.
Steak, right?
Yes, stick.
Steak.
Stick.
Steak. Steak.
Stick.
Steak. Okay.
Very good.
Spasm.
Spasm.
Spasm. Stab.
Stab. Good.
What's the meaning of spasm and stab?
Spasm, when you find your muscles
Okay.
hurt you by contracting. If they contract. You know, contraction.
Again, please.
The opposite of expanding. When the muscles.
Ah. Okay.
Like
Expanding. Expanding. Shrinking.
Shrinking.
Spasm. Same.
A spasm.
Okay.
Stab. That means if I carry a knife and put it into somebody's back, somebody's stomach, in his body, that means I'm stabbing him.
Okay. That's mean in fight or something. If anybody carry a knife and push it on the other one, stabbing.
Yes, if he gets it into the body, inside the body.
That. Great.
Okay, these are examples.
Okay. Examples for what?
For the ass
For
and
the
plant.
Okay. Okay. He planted the plant, right?
Yes, plant.
Near the fan to distract the man. Okay. He planted the plant near the fan to distract the man. Distract means what?
A distract is to make somebody's attention go away. If I'm paying attention to something and somebody wants me to lose my attention, that is distracting me. Like if you say to your kid, stop distracting me, I'm concentrating on my work. The music is high.
It's equal interrupt?
Not exactly.
Okay.
Interrupt, stop somebody. Distract to make you stop concentration. You don't concentrate. So like if the TV's like volume is so high, and you tell your kid just lower the volume please, because distracting me.
Great.
Doesn't make me concentrate.
Okay. That means interruption with action with intent, but distract action without intent.
No. Distraction can be also with intention.
Oh.
It can be with intention and without intention. It has nothing to do. I try to distract him. That's intentional. Or maybe you can say somebody was turning on the music, so that's why that distracted you. But he didn't mean to do it. So it has nothing to do.
Okay.
So he planted the plant near the fan to distract the man.
Okay.
What is this?
They banned the bread boy from taking right?
Yes.
From taking tan and wearing pants. They banned the bread boy. Banned means push out, right?
Yes, to stop.
Stop.
Stop somebody from doing something.
Okay.
Like,
the bread boy. Bread boy means what?
Naughty.
Naughty. Okay.
Naughty and annoying at the same time.
Okay. They banned. They banned, not banned.
Banned.
Banned. Okay.
Banned.
The bread boy from taking tan and wearing pants. What's tan mean? Tan?
Tan. To take a tan, that means to make your skin darker by the sun.
Okay.
You know, when some people, they go in front of the beach, on the beach, and they
Yeah,
lie down,
yeah.
and to get a different color.
Okay.
You know the ban here of Trump when he tried to have a Muslim ban to stop all Muslims from getting outside of the country and getting into it.
Yeah, that means ban.
Stop.
Stop. Stop from entering.
Entering or getting out, any one of them. You can use,
Ah,
like you can say, I banned him from entering the class, or you can say, I banned him from getting out of the class.
okay.
Okay.
That means no permission.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. The phone rang while the band drank and ran with the blame.
Okay.
The
The
phone
phone
rang.
rang,
Okay,
rang,
rang
while the band
while the band
drank
drank,
and ran
drank and ran. Okay,
with the plan.
with the plan. The phone rang. It's okay. Means the phone ringing. While the band means drum or means what?
Yeah, band means a team of musicians,
Aha.
people.
While the band drinking
Yeah, and ran. Yes,
and
drank.
ran with the plan.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like it doesn't have to make sense. I wrote these sentences for the
It's
pronunciation.
it's only train about
Yeah. So maybe it doesn't make sense. Well, what does that mean? Like, the phone rang, then the band
yeah,
drank
the
and ran.
phone rang while the band drank and ran with the plan.
Amazing. Okay. More training. What is this?
Word pairs,
Pairs.
right? Pairs.
Pairs. To have pairs,
Word,
that means two things together.
yeah.
Shoes.
Uh, it pronounced pairs.
Pairs.
Pairs. Pairs. Okay. Last fan ran with the van. Land and the sand. Dash without flash.
Okay.
It's also A,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Flash. Dash. Blank.
Dash, flash,
Tank.
land, sand. Ran, van. Last van. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna send you here. There's chat, Mr. Mahmoud.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you a link. This link,
Okay.
you can watch it
Uh-huh.
right now. You're gonna have a discussion about it.
Okay.
So now you're gonna find something giving you a notification, notifying you that there is a link sent to you.
You sent it where?
On the chat, you'll find
Okay.
notification on the chat.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah. It's just about 3 minutes, something like this.
Sadness and depression. Newman Ali Khan, illustrated, right?
Yeah, that's right. Does it work?
Yeah, yeah. I have finished, Mr. Amr.
Amazing. What did you
Yeah,
did you like the video, Mr. Mahmoud?
yeah. Oh, I think it's the first one I saw a video amazing like this one.
Amazing. Why did you like it?
First of all, I found a Muslim guy uh, carry 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 the Islamic message by a good way
Hmm.
and spread it.
Hmm.
And also he is perfect in English.
Do you know him? Well, this is the first time you.
No, I don't know, but I noticed that he is I think he's an Arabic person because
Um,
he is pronouncing Arabic very well.
he's Pakistani.
Uh-huh.
He's Pakistani. But
But he pronounce Arabic word like Arabic people. ولا تهنوا ولا تحزنوا. Not
he,
ولا تهنوا ولا تحزنوا.
because he learned Arabic.
Uh-huh.
That's why,
Great,
and he teaches now Arabic, by the way.
good stuff.
Yeah. By the way, Mr. Mahmoud, and he said he think he is an Arabic. No, he's an Arab. Arab. Arab
Era,
is with
era,
person.
not Arabic.
No, Arabic with language.
Okay,
But Arabic language, Arabic studies,
okay.
but Arab person.
Arab.
Arab,
This means guy, not Arabic guy.
yes, an Arab
Uh,
country too. Arab
okay.
country, Arab person,
It's Saudi Arabia or Saudi Arabia?
Arabia.
Arabia. Okay. Arab.
Arabia is with place
Okay.
because it's place.
Uh-huh.
So you say,
Arabia.
oh, Omar is an Arab, or
Arab.
he speaks Arabic and
Uh-huh.
he lived in Arabia.
Okay.
Okay, so place, language,
That means I am an Arab man,
yes,
and I live in Saudi Arabia.
yes.
Okay.
Okay. So what else? Did you find any hard words?
Uh, yes, so many words
Give.
I didn't hear it
Do you remember
clearly.
three? Do you remember three of them?
Wait a moment.
Yeah.
Because he speaks quickly.
Okay, Mr. Mahmoud, may you watch it again?
Okay. Okay, now, Mr. Omar, I have finished.
Amazing. So
Yeah,
you wrote,
second time is more better than first one.
yeah, second time is much better. Yeah, much better, not more better,
Much,
much
yeah,
better.
much better. Okay.
This is very good. So you wrote paralysis, torturing, overwhelmed, right?
Yeah. Right.
Now, can you guess the meaning of paralysis? Just try to guess it.
I think overwhelmed, right?
So you know the meaning of overwhelmed.
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 I am pronouncing it right.
Overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed. I think
Overwhelmed.
it's
Whelmed.
something like control.
Yeah, to be overwhelmed, yes, it has. This is one of the meanings, but in this video, to be overwhelmed, that means you are so sad. The sadness controls your life.
Overwhelmed means control your life.
Like sadness.
Sadness. Huh?
Yes, sadness is controlling your life, controlling your thoughts.
Okay.
When you say it's overwhelming me, or you can say my work is overwhelming. My work,
Work is overwhelmed.
overwhelming, yeah.
Okay. Means what? Work overwhelmed.
Then you say like my
Out
work
of
is overwhelming.
control.
Yes, it's very heavy, not very easy
Huh?
to deal with. So overwhelmed, it comes from like when water is covering something. When water covers something in flooding, this is overwhelmed. So if I'm overwhelmed by, let's say, by thinking or by my work, okay, so that means it's too much.
There is a word. Walnut, or no?
Again,
Walnut. There is a word. There is a word walnut. Walnut only, or it's one
no,
word.
no. It's one word, overwhelmed.
One word. Okay.
Yeah. So overwhelmed, that means to have more of something that is, you can say, that bothers you, like work, thinking, problems. I'm overwhelmed by problems. I'm overwhelmed by thinking.
Something annoying you.
It's too much, too much.
Great.
Let's say, let's have too much.
Overwhelmed.
Too much of work, thinking, problems. Okay, paralysis. You know, somebody.
Torturing.
Sorry?
Torturing.
Torturing.
Right?
Torturing.
Torturing.
Torturing. Torturing.
Torturing.
Torturing. Yes, torturing, that means hurting. Too much.
Torturing. Okay.
You know, like when people go to hellfire, may Allah protect us.
Okay.
They're gonna be tortured. You're gonna be feeling very strong pain.
Great.
Paralysis, that means not to be able to move. When somebody he doesn't know to move his hands or legs, that's paralysis. Or it can mean, if you can say, like, Omar made so many mistakes, like in the video, and he thinks that he's not good enough, and maybe Allah now hates him. So that can make him have a paralysis. That means he's not gonna do anything. He's gonna feel that I cannot change anything anyways. So he's gonna feel
that's mean paralysis. Paralysis, right? Paralysis.
Yes.
Paralysis.
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 Paralysis. Paralysis.
Paralysis.
Torturing. Torturing.
That means not to be able to move.
Yes.
Restricted.
Or to feel so helpless. I can't do anything.
Okay. Okay. Without any ability.
Yes, I don't have any ability. Yes.
Okay. I can't do anything. Paralysis.
Unable.
Paralysis. It's a verb or adjective.
No. Paralysis is
adjective.
The verb is paralyze. To paralyze somebody, that means
paralyze means I can't do anything.
This is the verb. I feel paralyzed. Paralyzed.
Okay, paralyzed.
By the way, when you put D in the end of the verb, it becomes an adjective.
Right.
Like amazed. I can amaze somebody by telling jokes, right?
Okay.
Make it like this, amazed. That means now it's an adjective. I'm amazed. That describes me. Surprised.
I'm amazed or I'm amazing?
I'm amazed. Amazed and amazing, they're different. When I say I am Amazed, that means I feel amazed. I feel that something amazes me. But if I'm
Okay.
amazing, that means I am making other people amazed.
Okay.
Like
But amazed, that means something or somebody make me amazed.
amazing, yes.
Okay.
Like interesting and interested.
Yeah. Right.
And when I say I feel interested
Yeah.
to continue this session, it means
That means something or somebody make me interesting.
yes. So if you say this lecture is interesting, that means it's making you want to continue. It's
Yeah.
pushing you, it's motivating you, it's encouraging you, it's
Great.
filling you with power.
That means ing describe the other thing, not me.
Yes.
Ed describe me.
Describes you. Yeah, describes me.
Okay.
Yes. Amazing. That's very nice. Okay. Are there any other words?
I think those only.
Amazing. Okay, I can make this for next time because it may take time.
Okay.
Okay, we're almost done. So this is a home assignment.
Great.
Okay, this is something to do for next time.
Okay.
These are 5 words. I made this exercise and called it what are the 5?
Mhm.
What are the 5 words? Fluke,
Okay.
yearn for, eradicate,
Okay.
hilarious, gullible.
Okay.
Okay, fluke, it's a noun. Yearn
Great.
for, it's a verb. Eradicate is a verb. Hilarious is a verb. Sorry, hilarious is an adjective. Gullible is an adjective. So next time, I want you, Mr.
Gullible is noun, right?
Gullible is an adjective.
Gullible. Gullible.
Yes. So next time, I want you, Charlotte, to put them in a sentence, each one of them. Okay.
Okay.
Of course, to check the dictionary to know the meaning of them
Mhm.
and to use them. So we are almost done. So I would like to, because this is the first session, and as you know, this is the first time we meet. So I want to have like a very clear vision. What's your feedback about the first session? What's your impression, Mr. Mahmoud?
Um, first of all, you need from me to find the meaning for each word and to use them, right?
Yeah, this is a home assignment.
Okay. I think secondly about the impression, I'm satisfied.
Amazing. So what's
And also I like this way of learning, this method. It's okay.
this really made my day, Mr. Mahmoud.
But also I need to know the big view. Okay.
Yeah. You mean
The mind map for what why I'll get.
very good
I
question.
mean this is the first step, so I have to see the next steps and the final stage.
Very good. Look, Mr. Mahmoud, I'm going to tell you my approach,
Okay,
my methodology. I
great,
always try to work on different aspects. So if you
great.
have noticed, in the beginning of the session, we had a conversation.
Okay,
Okay. And of course, in the middle too, we had like small ones too. But in
uh-huh.
general, I try to focus on conversation in the beginning. And
Great.
we got to reading
Uh-huh.
and vocabulary,
Okay,
both of them together. And then we went to pronunciation,
okay,
right?
Right.
And also we went to listening skills,
Okay.
video. And of course, every and each one of them is tied with the other aspect. Like you listened or you watched the movie, sorry, the video, and you
Uh-huh.
discussed it together. So we had conversation and listening at the same time, and vocabulary also. We learned
Okay.
new vocabulary. So both three things made pronunciation, vocabulary, listening skills, conversation, all of them tied together. I
Mhm.
also give something very important. I give grammar, but we didn't have time for it this time. But I don't call it present tense and present simple, and that's no. Like if you noticed, I call them happening now versus always happening.
Great.
So what do you use when you say something that is referring to something that's happening now?
Yes.
How can you say that something is always happening? And
That's
then,
what they say. Present continuous
yes,
and the simple.
yes, I don't like this.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, it's okay.
So we have grammar, and we have something most of the courses they don't focus on. To my knowledge, this is what I know. Maybe I'm
Okay.
wrong, maybe I'm right, but this is what I know. That they don't
Mhm.
get into phrasal verbs. Phrasal
Great.
verbs, when you use a verb like put, make, do, give,
Yeah. Get.
and you put with it, like let's see here.
Mm.
You may put off the meeting, put off, okay,
Okay.
put on,
Okay.
okay, put out,
Okay.
put up with, okay, put through, put down. Every word of them is different.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yes.
put out is not like put on, a completely different. This is something called phrasal verbs.
True.
And they make the conversation, it can make you have tools to speak in addition to vocabulary. Like some courses, they just focus on vocabulary. But phrasal verbs are so important exactly like vocabulary. Because what
Mm.
if you had a conversation with a foreigner and he said, let's put off this, let's say, conversation right now. So maybe somebody understands put but doesn't understand what's put off.
Mm.
Put off means to delay.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I don't know that, I'm gonna feel confused. I tell, okay, what did you mean?
Yes.
I beg your
Yes.
pardon. So, and also I give a task in the end, a light,
Mm.
um, and also there are other things in the future I'm gonna give also. I don't want to tell them, expose them right now, but in general, these are the things that I try to depend on. Different skills, different aspects at the same time.
Uh-huh.
And of
Great.
course, based on the sessions that we have, we will have like any person, strong points and weaker points, Mr. Mahmoud. So if
Sure.
there's a very strong point, we are not going to focus that much on it. Of course, we're going to focus, we're going to make it stronger, but not like the other point that is weak.
Mm.
Because this is the thing that's going to make the difference, make it stronger. So
Yeah.
we're going to play on different angles and different pillars
Mm.
as a foundation for learning the language.
Great. That means we will focus on my strongest points, right?
Strongest and weakest, of course,
Okay.
because the weakest must be strong. This is the point of the course, the main point.
Yeah.
And also, of course, to make the strong points stronger, to make them, it's going to aid you and going to help you
Mm.
in your daily life, like dealing with other people and so on.
Okay. So after that course finished, okay,
Yes.
what will I'll get?
Okay. First of all, for 1 month is not enough.
Okay.
Of course, nobody can get the whole language in 1 month.
Sure.
And number two, anybody who says that a course is enough, he's either ignorant or lying. a course is a guide. It cannot be the same thing. Self-education is the pillar here. You have to, Mr. Mahmoud, every day you have fixed timing, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, as much as you can. Watch videos, shadow, shadowing. I'm going to tell you this, of course, during the sessions. Shadow, like say, repeat the same words with the speaker, the native speaker. Go and try to search for new synonyms for the words. Self-education plus the course, they're going to give you more ability to expand the knowledge of pronunciation, okay, vocab, sentence structure, how to form long sentences, how to speak for longer periods. Like in future sessions, we're going to give you like 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes to talk without interrupting you, like a presentation.
Right.
In the future, of course. So, and you're going to notice, inshallah, you're going to notice the progress very easily. You're going to tell me, I have noticed that I benefited, that I grew, I became better, and so on.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
So my friend, if I get another person with me, it's okay?
Of course, no problem.
For one person, 1,500, right?
Yeah, that's right. Is he living with you or he's in another place?
Another place.
This is a problem now because the program that I'm using right now, it's not paid for. It's basic. So I'm being so frank with you, Mr. Mahmoud. So we need to. I don't know how to say it. It's with a subscription. You need to subscribe to make this allowed, or else it's going to cut and stop.
So for the two of us, how much?
As I told you, Mr. Mahmoud, of course there will be a discount.
Yeah.
But the problem is that I cannot make you both in the same session if you're not in the same place. Because I need to subscribe to the program by paying a certain amount of fees that a little bit high. So do you get
you mean this program you have to pay for it?
Yeah. يعني يا باشمهندس البرنامج ده هو ليه نوعين، اللي هو نوع بيسك ونوع بيتعمل اللي هو حاجه اسمها برو. البيسك ده اللي هو بيبقى ببلاش، استخدامه ببلاش زي ما احنا بنعمل كده، ده عادي ما بيقطعش وعادي ممكن نستخدمه. تمام. لو احنا موجودين في نفس الروم معانا حد تاني مش موجود في، يعني هيخش من كمبيوتر تاني يعني هتقطع بعد 40 دقيقه السيشن هتقطع. فدي هتبقى مشكله. هو عايز له حجز، هو لازم يتعمل له يا اما حجز سنوي يا اما حجز شهري، وهو باشتراك. فدي هتبقى دي المشكله الوحيده. ده حاجه طبعا بالنسبه لي يعني ده كان يسعدني قوي والله، بس مش هتبقى صعبه قوي.
خلاص خلينا نكلمه برضه وارجع، ما عندكش مشكله يا باشا.
مفيش مشكله. هو عايش في السعوديه ولا في مصر؟
عايش في السعوديه.
عايش في السعوديه. طيب انا ممكن اطلب من حضرتك طلب؟ طيب
اتفضل حبيبي.
ممكن حضرتك معايا يا استاذ محمود؟
طبعا معاك.
ربنا يعزك يا رب. طلب بس بسيط، يا ريت حضرتك ما تقولش المبلغ اللي انا قلته لحضرتك.
تمام.
انت حضرتك قلت المبلغ؟
نعم.
انت حضرتك قلت المبلغ لحد اللي احنا اتفقنا عليه؟ هو يعرفه خلاص يعني؟
يعرفه.
تمام.
انا قلت له احنا هنجيب ديسكاونت احنا الاثنين مع بعض. قلت له خلاص بقى اشتغل تسويق للاستاذ عمرو وناخد ديسكاونت.
الله يعزك.
انت حضرتك يا باشا كنت في امريكا بيزنس ولا دراسه ولا ايه؟
انا اتولدت في امريكا. والدي بيشتغل مهندس في ناسا.
ما شاء الله.
الحمد لله.
انتوا قصه كبيره بقى من النجاح.
ربنا